Has anyone watched Rio 2011 film? If so, then you probably remember the memorable scene when Linda ends up in a carnival with an astonishing and breathtaking costume trying to find Blue. Well, despite how beautiful this scene was, we can't forget about the culture incorporated into this movie and the rich history behind all of it. There is always a rich history behind everything we see or consume. And we cannot forget about the traditional cuisine, music, and festivals Brazil has to offer. Today I will be sharing with you the culture that Brazil has to offer to the rest of the world and wants you to experience. First, I will begin by sharing with you their national dish, feijoada, and how it originated. Second, I will be discussing with you all the origins of samba. And finally, I would share with you the roots of carnivals. So, when we take a look into Brazil's culture, we will unfold the unfortunate events that happened throughout their history, such as slavery, exploitation, and amongst other many things. And learning about this will make us understand why and how feijoada came to be. It is well known in Rio de Janeiro, and you can basically find this dish anywhere in Brazil, from the cheapest restaurants to the most upscale restaurants in Brazil. And it is said that every Friday throughout the summertime, it is served in every restaurant. So what does it consist of? Feijoada consists of pork meat, dark beans, lots of spices despite it's already rich in flavor, and then it is served along with rice, onions, vinegar, cabbage baked with bacon. But there is always a history behind it. And according to Rodrigo Elias, an author of Feijoada, A Short History of an Edible Institution, he describes the horrific events that took place during slavery, during the period of slavery. And obviously, because of this, it was created during that period of time. And unfortunately, because of their poor treatment slaves would get, they were not fed properly, and they had to adapt a certain way. And the way they did that was by eating the leftovers that their master would leave off. So this dish came to be by having leftover pork. The slaves would take the scraps and bake it with some beans and serve it with rice. Now that I have reviewed the origins and ingredients of feijoada, let's take a look at the history of samba. Samba is well known for its upbeat music and the way it is danced. And it emerged from Bahia, which is also known as Little Africa. So when slaves were brought to Brazil, they brought with them tradition and culture. Angelo Romero, in his Samba Brasileiro, a history article, he states that it evolved in the early 20th century and that it continued to evolve throughout the years. And despite that it was looked down by European settlers and upper-class citizens, people did not care and continued to evolve their love for samba. It's even part of the name. Samba itself means an invitation to dance. So it is made of percussion instruments, but along the way, a lot of musicians that play string instruments along with flutes decided to incorporate their skills into it and give it a twist. Now that I have told you about their national dish and the origin of samba, it's time to share with you the roots of carnivals. If you want to experience a unique experience and meet new people, this is the place you would go to, Rio de Janeiro. It is the city known for carnivals and a big nightlife. So let's take a look at statistics to prove that a lot of people quite enjoy going to this destination. According to Statista, in 2020, about 2 million tourists came to Rio de Janeiro to experience carnivals, and a total of 5 million people attended the carnivals. So why continue to gather here? Well, Emily Ainsworth described it in her National Geographic One Night in Samba, that it's not all about the music and food and singing, but most importantly, it's about the people you meet at the carnivals and the experiences you share with them. So carnivals is serious business. So I first shared with you their national dish, and then I gave a little bit of explanation of samba, and finally I shared with you the roots of carnivals. So it is very rewarding to learn about new history and culture all around the world because it helps you get a new perspective of who people are. And I'll leave you with a quote from Rio. When you feel the rhythm in your heart, then you will be able to fly. Thank you.